Hello, all of you wonderful creative people here on YouTube. My name is Rio, and I welcome you to my Artsy Corner. Today we're doing the third episode about my coloring book collection. And on today's shelf we have books from Coloring Heaven, and we have books by Shed, also my so-called square book collection. We'll take a closer look at that section of the shelf as well. Alright, it's going to be a mishmash of this and that, here and there and everywhere. Alrighty, let's buckle up and let's go. So we are starting off by my humble remainings of my Coloring Heaven book collection. And by that, of course, I mean that I had more of them in my collection, and as mentioned before, I've sold some of them. So now I have 5 issues remaining in my possession, most of them being collection issues actually. So first of them, here we have the Ancient Egypt one. Yes. Gods and goddesses and kings and queens of Egypt, and of course their daily life. I love Egypt. Now we have Legends of Japan. It was a must-have. I absolutely love the style of this author. It's not the only book by them that I have, I believe. Oh, it's the only page I've colored ever in Coloring Heaven. Still, their books are gorgeous. This one's really nice. Again, I love the slight grayscale on these pages. Then we have the second issue dedicated to Hatsune Miku and her friends, of course. If you have been on this channel a while, you know that I love Vocaloid. I used to do live action videos with my friends. I used to cosplay Vocaloid. And Gakupo was my absolute favorite. Though I'm not gonna lie, I loved their first issue a bit more than this one. I think I am going to give this one away. It's not speaking to me, even though the images are lovely. But yeah. So then we have Gods and Goddesses special. This one is by Josh Lee. Yeah, Gods and Goddesses. Need I say more? Very detailed images, but really gorgeous. There you go. I think these are mostly Greek gods, if I'm not mistaken. And last but not least, Fantasy Figures Special. Yeah, it's the same author that did Legends of Japan. You can tell by the style. Absolutely adorable. Again, appreciate the slight, subtle grayscale. Oh, cute. Keep her. Now, we're going to move on to my 2 books by Sarah Richter that I have. The Dunkelbund one. It's her portrait book, basically. printed on an absolutely fabulous paper that takes pencils and markers like there's no tomorrow. Again, the very subtle grayscale, which I appreciate. Her illustrations are pretty gothic-y. I love it. So this is the page that I did in this book, and it can be seen on my avatar on the channel and my Instagram. And there you go. Gorgeous. And her second book, Creatures of the Night. I think that's how you translate it. That's the image I did. No. Final Fantasy 14. A white mage main. You can tell, right? There you go. Different creepy creatures of the night. Again. And I think I have a whip in here as well. Oh yeah, I have one more image color than this one. Totally forgot about that. There you go. Nice. Very nice. Okay, now moving to my collection of shed books. The first one I'm going to show you is called Zodiac. Again, I had a lot more of their books in my collection. Some of them are still for sale. Others have found new homes already, and I think I'm going to put this one up for sale as well. As much as I love the theme of the book. I have other books based on astrology that I can color and that I'm drawn to a lot more. Next we have the Is It Love book. It's based on a game, if I'm not mistaken. A game I have not played and a game I have no idea about. I mainly bought it because I thought it could be useful for references when drawing poses and drawing people overall. But am I drawn to coloring in it? Not really. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I'll be keeping this one. Next, we have their Color by Numbers books. Starting off with Japan. Here, it's one of their less detailed books. I'm going to show you some of the answers. Well, their coloring books, their Color by Number books are really well known in the coloring community. The Fairy Tales book. This one's a bit more detailed. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. I think my Langwo gel pens are going to do wonders in this book. Next we have Baby Animals, and this one is unique because it's drawn in circles, literally. Therefore, once they're finished, they look really adorable and really unique. As you can see, I don't have any of the Disney books by a chef. I'm not really drawn to it, as much as I love Disney. That's really not my cup of tea. Manga. No. This one is a little less detailed as well, as you can tell. and it has a very clear outline, which I appreciate. It's going to make things a whole lot easier to color. Okay. There you go. And then we have the literature classics. This one's also a bit more detailed, but not as crazy detailed as their Fantastique book or their love stories, which is bonkers, or some of their latest tomes of Disney books. Oh my goodness me. And again, last but not least, the myths of the world. Yeah. This one's a bit more crazier. There you have it. Different myths and legends of the world. Okie dokie, moving on to my square books now. And I'm going to start with my collection of Kirby Rosanes books. 3 of which, or even 4, I don't really remember now, I've already sold. Again, I only kept what works best for me. So the first of them being the Mythomorphia. I love myths. And this one's a bit less doodly than some of his oldest books, most of which I gave away because I find those doodles really intimidating. But this one I kept. It is doable, even though it's crazy detailed. Well, at least some of the imagery. And now that I think about it, maybe I should let this one go as well. Yeah, sadly. However, these 3 remaining ones are definitely keepers. First of them being Worlds Within Worlds, simply because they don't have the doodles on the images. They're a lot clearer, easier to make out the details and all of this chaos. And once you start coloring, it kind of comes together pretty easily, as intimidating as it may look. Yeah, this is the page I did in this book. The only one I have thus far. Of course, then we have the Mythic World, definitely a keeper. Absolutely and totally. And this is the page I did in this book. It was also a buddy color that I did a couple of years ago. I'm already looking forward to working on this book more. And of course we have the Fragile World, which is my absolute favorite of his books. I love these adorable images. I love the idea behind the book. Here's my bat. And this cute sea turtle baby. And I really want to do these frogs and the parrot page. Where is it? This one. Okay, then we have the English edition of Kingdom of Curious Creatures. It's also by Kanoko Igusa. However, I think I'm going to give this one away because I have the Symphony of Cute Animals and I have the postcard book, and I think it's gonna be more than enough for me to keep. But it's a gorgeous book, don't get me wrong. Next on our list is Fairy Tales by Emily Liederhall Uberg. Very unique style. Very nice paper. Absolute classic. And the page I did in this book. So, next on the menu is the Splat Nickelodeon coloring book. Of course, I'm a 90s child. I grew up with these cartoons. As silly and goofy they may be, I absolutely love them. I used markers here. Perfect for flat shading that you need for such images. I couldn't pass this up. Yeah. Rugrats and Hey Arnold, they're the absolute peak. So then we have Beauty of Horror number 4. The only book of the series that I have is based on movies. I love horror movies. I haven't colored anything in it yet, though I'm thinking about doing the jigsaw page, or this one maybe, on Halloween. But sadly, this book is falling apart, as you can tell, which is slightly annoying. Not the best quality for the price I paid for it, not gonna lie. We move on to the Witcher coloring book. I love the Witcher books. I love the Witcher story. This book is based on games. I loved the Witcher games, especially the third one. Looking forward to part 4. But yeah, it was an absolute must-buy. It wasn't easy to get either. So there we go. Siri, I love her. Then, speaking of books, we have this awesome book here, and it has a story behind it actually. I have seen this book come up in quite a few people's coloring book collections. However, I paid no mind to it at all. I mean, it's based on a book. There are more books in this series, I think, based on Throne of Glass, then the Game of Thrones. They also have Lord of the Ring, I think. Yeah, and this one as well. And I think there are even more. However, a couple of years ago, I've actually read this series of the books, and I completely fell in love with the story. And of course, I remembered about this book. And of course, again, it wasn't as easy to get as I thought, but I mean, it was totally worth it. I loved the books. I love this coloring book. I want to color in it. I want to do this image. I love these characters. Especially this one. Oh, someone's been messaging me. I think this book includes first 3 or first 2 books from the series. First 3, I think. But yeah, It was an absolute must-have. I'm really glad I managed to snag it up. Okie dokie. Then we have 2 books by Camilla D'Errico. I had 3 of her books. I also had the pop manga one, but I sold that one because I love these 2 books that I have now slightly bit more. So we have dragons and other mythical creatures. Mythical. Need I say more? And her mythical creatures are adorable. So cute. You have fairies, you have dragons, you have mermaids, you have portraits, you have animals. This book has it all. Same goes with this one, the Beauties and Beasties. This one's absolutely gorgeous. And these 2 books are more than enough for me. I'm not getting any more of her books. So I colored this one based on a carbuncle from FF14. Because it looks just like the thing. I mean, he's so cute. So there you have it. Oh my gosh. This Cerberus is the funniest Cerberus of them all. Oh, adorable. Then I have my one and only last remaining book by Johanna Basford. But I kept her Christmas book because it's more simplistic and it's single-sided. There are less pages to color. Yeah, so I did this one. My first attempt in using something shiny on the background, but it didn't come out all that bad actually. I tried using watercolor ground on the background. I hoped it will help the paint stick to it better. I'm not really, I think I did like 3 or 4 layers in here. Yeah. And glitter glue also worked perfectly on a snow globe. Very cute. Then I have The Circle of Life by Melpomene Ponagiotto, I think that's the correct pronunciation. Her nature mandalas are gone from my collection, sadly. Too detailed. Even more detailed than this one. And I thought that, well, having one of her books is more than enough. This one, at least, is a bit easier to make out. And I love the imagery more. Here's the page I did. Well, I said I'm not gonna delve deep into the coloring pages territory in this series, but thus far I haven't colored much in the books I'm showing you right now, so we're good. Okay, Millie Marotta. Again, I had 2 more books by her. Don't have them anymore. I kept this one, of course. It's a compilation book. Cool images, really. It has everything in it. Animals, water creatures, birds, different pages from different books. Oh, my phoenix fox. I love this page. Oh, you can barely see the mistake I made. I tried to cover it up as best, and we have this one. Again, when I'm coloring these animals, I'm trying to look at the actual references of the real life animals that the images are based on. When I color them in. Okay, and my last book for today is my last survivor from my once quite vast collection of mythographic books. I kept this one because it's least detailed of them all. It has no hidden objects, which, I'm not gonna lie, ticks me off. Yeah, this is my still whip on this book. Hopefully I'll finish it sometime soon. But yeah, we have tarot cards, we have zodiac signs, other esoteric things. You know, I love it. So there you go. We are done with my third shelf of my coloring books, and this time we have quite a pile next to me for decluttering. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will be back for part 4. And next time we're gonna delve into my hardcover books and more. Okie dokie then. Until I see you on my next video, I hope you'll stay creative, you'll stay artsy, and have fun in every single step you take. Till next time then, thank you for watching. Bye!